Dateline Seattle, Tuesday, 27 May. A local Christian pastor is demanding an apology from Seattle Mayor Bruce Harrell after Mayor Harrell wasted no time in declaring that the pastor and his church group, who were violently attacked by a mob of crazed homosexuals while attempting to hold a legal, permitted anti-abortion event in a public park, were totally at fault for the fact that they got attacked. And this is a case where I really can't do justice to the thing without reading it out in its entire smarmatastic entirety, so here it is. And bear in mind as you listen, the people he's criticizing and lambasting are the people who got attacked. And I reiterate a question I posted in a video the other day. Why would the gays have a problem with an anti-abortion rally? If there's any group of people who don't have any skin in the abortion game, isn't it the gays? Seriously, what part of this am I not understanding? But without any further ado, here is Mayor Mayor Harrell, quote, "Seattle is proud of our reputation as a welcoming, inclusive city for LGBTQ+ communities, and we stand with our trans neighbors when they face bigotry and injustice. Today's far-right rally was held here for this very reason, to provoke a reaction by promoting beliefs that are inherently opposed to our city's values, in the heart of Seattle's most prominent LGBTQ+ neighborhood. When the humanity of trans people and those who have been historically marginalized is questioned, we triumph by demonstrating our values through our words and peaceful protest. We lose our voice when this is disrupted by violence, chaos, and confusion. Anarchists infiltrated the counter-protesters group and inspired violence, prompting SPD to make arrests and ask organizers to shut down the event early, which they did. While there are broad First Amendment requirements around permitting events under free speech protection, I am directing the Parks Department to review all of the circumstances of this application to understand whether there were legal location alternatives or other adjustments that could have been pursued. The police department will complete an after-action report of this event, including understanding preparation, crowd management tactics, and review of arrests and citations. I am grateful for those who make their voices heard in support of our neighbors without resorting to violence. In the face of an extreme right-wing national effort to attack our trans and LGBTQ+ communities, Seattle will continue to stand unwavering in our embrace of diversity, love for our neighbors, and commitment to justice and fairness," end quote. Now, in that entire ridiculous wall of text, did you hear anything resembling a justification for why it was okay to attack the anti-abortion people? I myself did not. It's really quite a bizarre statement from top to bottom, almost like he doesn't fully understand that the people he is blaming for being attacked were not there on any sort of anti-gay or anti-trans mission. How is being opposed to abortion anti-gay? Unclear. How is it anti-trans? Again, unclear. And it's also interesting to note, I think, that being against abortion is now all it takes for the mayor of an American city to brand you extreme far right. And up until 5 minutes ago, those are the sorts of labels that we used to reserve for, like, I don't know, actual neo-Nazi skinhead types. And hell, I am even old enough to remember when there was a pro-life Democrat caucus in the U.S. House of Representatives that had several dozen people in it at least, and nobody wanted to kill them. It was not all that long ago. It was in the present century, in fact. So how quickly does the Overton window shift in our current day and age? That's how fast. And that's also what an ideological litmus test looks like, and today's Democrat Party sure has no shortage of those. Being a pro-life Democrat didn't used to be any sort of a big deal, but today it's a deal breaker. Today it gets you branded extreme far right, all by itself, as well as anti-trans and anti-gay and what the hell ever else. Do mainstream parties in first world liberal democracies act this way? No, they do not. Only Marxist revolutionaries act this way. Does it make any difference that today's Marxist revolution waves a rainbow flag instead of a red banner? No, it doesn't.